In the modern system of classification, all vertebrates are covered under phylum Chordata. Animals belonging to phylum Chordata are also referred to as chordates, whereas all others are collectively called non-chordates. This division is based on the presence or absence of notochord. Do you know what is a notochord? Notochord is a flexible rod-shaped structure that is derived from the mesoderm germ cells of the embryo. Its main function is to provide strength and support to the body. Phylum Chordata consists of animals that possess a notochord at least at some stage in their life cycle. On the other hand, non-chordates do not possess a notochord at any stage in their life. Let's learn peculiar characteristics of phylum Chordata. All chordates possess a central nervous system that is dorsal in position. The central nervous system consists of brain and the spinal cord. The muscular heart in chordates is ventral in position. All chordates show closed circulation consisting of arteries, veins, capillaries, and heart. All chordates have pharyngeal gill slits present at least in their early embryonic stages of life. All chordates possess a post-anal tail at least at some stage in their life. The phylum Chordata is further divided into three subphyla: subphylum Urochordata, subphylum Cephalochordata, and subphylum Vertebrata. Subphyla Urochordata and Cephalochordata are often referred to as protochordates. Protochordates show presence of notochord in some stages of their life. It might not be present throughout life. In urochordates such as tunicates, notochord is present only in larval tail, whereas in cephalochordates such as the Amphioxus, notochord extends from head to tail throughout their life. What do you think is the difference between chordates and vertebrates? These two groups have two separate characteristics, the vertebral column and the notochord. Vertebrates show presence of notochord only in their early embryonic stages of life. The notochord is later replaced by the vertebral column, hence the name Vertebrata. Do you know what is the vertebral column? The vertebral column is our backbone. It provides support and protects the spinal cord. The vertebral column is formed by smaller units called the vertebrae. The vertebrae are connected by intervertebral discs that are remnants of the embryonic notochord. Let's look at other peculiar characteristics of subphylum Vertebrata. All vertebrates have a bilateral symmetry, wherein a central axis divides the organism into two halves. In the embryo stage, all vertebrates show presence of three germ layers: endoderm, ectoderm, and the mesoderm. Vertebrates are thus called triploblastic. Vertebrates are coelomates. They show presence of true coelom, which is a fluid-filled cavity formed from the mesodermal germ cells. Vertebrates show well-differentiated organ systems. subphylum Vertebrata is further divided into 5 classes: Pisces, Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves, and Mammalia. Class Pisces includes all fish. These animals have gills for respiration. They possess streamlined body and a muscular tail for movement in water. The heart of fishes is two-chambered. It consists of one atrium and one ventricle. Fish are poikilothermic or cold-blooded animals. Their body temperature changes with changes in the environment. Fish lay eggs to give birth to young ones. Fish are thus oviparous. The endoskeleton of fish is made of either bone or cartilage. Bony fish belong to class Osteichthyes, and cartilaginous fish belong to class Chondrichthyes. Flying fish and seahorses are examples of Osteichthyes, whereas large-sized fish such as sharks and skates are Chondrichthyes. Class Amphibia. Animals in this class live on land as well as in water. Skin of these animals contains mucus glands. Respiration occurs through gills or lungs. The heart of amphibians is three-chambered, consisting of two atrium and one ventricle. Like fish, amphibians are also poikilothermic or cold-blooded animals. Their body temperature changes with the changing environment. Like fish, amphibians also lay eggs. Amphibians can lay eggs only in water. Frog, salamander, caecilian, and toad are examples of amphibians. Animals belonging to this class crawl on land and are therefore called reptiles. Reptiles have an exoskeleton of scales. They have 2 pairs of limbs with 5 toes each. All reptiles have a 3-chambered heart with 2 atrium and 1 partially divided ventricle. However, there is an exception. Crocodile, which belongs to class Reptilia, has a 4-chambered heart. Heart of a crocodile has 2 atrium and 2 ventricles. Like Pisces and amphibians, reptiles are also poikilothermic or cold-blooded. They show varying body temperatures. Reptiles lay eggs and are thus oviparous. However, unlike amphibians, reptiles do not need to lay their eggs in water. Common examples of reptiles are lizard, snake, crocodile, tortoise, and chameleon. Class Aves. This class includes birds. Their body is covered with feathers and they have 2 forelimbs that are modified to wings. They also possess a horny beak. All birds have a 4-chambered heart with 2 atrium and 2 ventricles. Unlike fish, amphibians and reptiles that are poikilotherms, aves are homeothermic or warm-blooded. They possess body mechanisms to maintain a constant body temperature. All members belonging to class Aves lay eggs. They are thus oviparous. Some examples of animals belonging to class Aves are parrot, sparrow, swan, and pigeon. Class Mammalia is the most advanced and dominant group among vertebrates. All members of this group possess mammary glands that secrete milk to nourish their young ones. Mammals have a well-developed brain and a 4-chambered heart with 2 atrium and 2 ventricles. Mammals have internal mechanisms to regulate their body temperature. They are warm-blooded or homeothermic. Mammals have an exoskeleton made up of hair. Skin consists of oil and sweat glands. In mammals, the embryo develops within the mother's uterus. Mammals are thus said to be viviparous. However, there are exceptions. Mammals like platypus and echidna lay eggs. Animals belonging to class Mammalia are man, kangaroo, cat, and rat. After learning about the different classes of vertebrates, can you comment about classification of bat? Bat belongs to class Mammalia and not aves. Bat is a flying mammal as it possesses mammary glands. Similarly, whales and dolphins which live in water do not belong to class Pisces. They are mammals.